Hey guys, we're going to do a lesson today that's just an extension of yesterday. The question today is, how do I find a dimension when given the area of a polygon? So these problems will look similar to yesterday's problems. They'll look like this one, where it'll give a polygon and ask for one of the missing sides, but it will give us the area. So down here at the bottom, it's giving us the area and it's asking for one of the side lengths. So to do these, we're going to use what we already know. It gives us the area, and we know all of the formulas for area of various polygons. And in today's case, they're all quadrilaterals. It also gives us some of the dimensions, and we know all about fact families. So we can use what we know about fact families to find the missing pieces. So let's go back to this example and solve it. The steps are exactly the same. There's a spot for you to copy these down in your notes, write the appropriate formula, substitute in the information, and really solve from there. You can just write solve on step 3. So example 1 says, what is the missing length? First thing we have to do is determine our appropriate formula. This one is a square, so I'm going to write the formula for area of a square out here to the side. A equals side length squared. Okay, then we substitute in what we know. In this one, we know the area is 64 square meters. So in place of A, we're going to write 64. Sorry, my pen's kind of crazy. Equals. Now, on this one, it gives us one of these. But sometimes if it's a square, just giving us the area is enough information, because we know 64, if it's a square, is equal to a number times itself, or side times side. This one should be an S, not an 8. My pen just got crazy there. So the only number that we can multiply by itself to get 64 is 8. So that's why the side length has to be 8. But in this case, it told us that 64 equals 8 times a number we do not know, which again would be S equals 8, and the label would be meters. I'm just telling you, sometimes they will just give you the area of a square. We'll do another example like that in a minute, where they don't give us one of the side lengths. Okay, next example is this one. What is the missing length? First thing we have to do is determine what shape we're working with. This is a rectangle, so we would again rewrite the formula that we're using. A equals length times width. Okay, we substitute in what we know. We know the area is 126, so 126 equals, our length is 14, and again, this is super messy. My pen's super sensitive right now. 126 equals 14 times W. Now, we could guess and check 14 times what number equals 126, but we also know that if I'm looking for that number, we can always take 126 divided by 14 to get our answer. So I'm going to do that out here to the side. 14 is greater than 12, so I have to go all the way into 126. We know that 14 times 10 is 140, so I'm going to guess 14 times 9 and check it out here to the side. Oh, and that gives us 126, so this would be 9. So that tells us that 14 times 9 is 126. So to solve it, we'll just write W equals 9, and my label would be kilometers. Okay, next problem. Okay, what is the missing length? First thing I have to do is decide on what shape I'm working with. In this case, we have a parallelogram. So I'm going to start with the formula. A equals base times height. Again, in super messy writing, substitute in what we know. 16 equals the base, which we do not know, times 4. So now we have to figure out what number times 4 equals 16, or we could always do 16 divided by 4 to get our answer of B equals 4 feet. Ooh, super messy. Okay, like I told you a second ago, for a square, they could just give us the area. For example, they could tell us that we have a square that has an area of 144 square feet, and it could ask me for the side length. So for that one, we would do A equals side length squared. If the area is 144, and I'm looking for what number times itself equals 144, we almost just kind of have to use guess and check, and that one's kind of common knowledge, that the side length would have to equal 12 in order for that to be true. So squares are kind of weird. They only have to give us the area, and we should be able to figure out the side length from there. Hopefully you guys don't struggle too much with this homework assignment, and I will see you all tomorrow.